Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I'm particularly excited about this week's video because I think this really represents me, what I'm all about, what my channel is all about, and that is living your best life. Getting your life together as best you can and feeling good. Now, I'm not gonna claim that I have my life 100% together all the time. I mean, did you see my last video? But I have been through a lot in my life to get to this point. So I was doing some reflection of the different elements that I think it means to have your life together, and I wanted to share those with you all. There are some concrete things that I do on a regular basis that I think have helped me the most, so I'm gonna share that with you today. I want to start with the most important aspect of having your life together and living your best life. And to me, that is having the right mindset. And there's a quote I saw recently that I think represents this perfectly, and that is, create a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. I think in today's world where everything is social media and we're projecting these images out there on Instagram and Facebook, I think it's easy to forget that none of that matters. None of that means anything if you're not happy. You can have the nicest car, the nicest house, the perfect husband, but if you are not feeling good on the inside, that is completely worthless. So that's why I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the things we can do in our own minds that will make us feel better. Honestly, I could write an entire book on this topic, so I'm just going to focus on what I think the most important thing is, and that is having a positive outlook on life. I think too often our default is to complain, to criticize, to talk about our problems and our worries. And what I would encourage you to do is talk more about the things that bring you joy, that make you happy, that you're grateful for. Because the more we talk about and focus on the good things in our life, the more those things amplify and the more we attract good things into our life. No matter what the situation is in life, no matter how bad things get, I would challenge you to try to find the silver lining or the lesson or something positive you can pull even from the most negative circumstances, and that will transform your life. If you're someone who deals with stress and anxiety and this whole idea of having a positive mindset just seems too far-fetched for you, I'm gonna tell you two concrete things I do that help me the most. The first in dealing with stress is called scenario planning. I found out about this in a TED Talk and it works so well. What you want to do is take something that you're worried about. Let's just say hypothetically, you're worried about losing your job. What you want to do is actually play out that scenario in your mind that you do lose your job. Okay, then what? What would you do? How would you handle it if the worst case scenario actually did happen? And write a plan of the actions you would take, the steps that you would take to deal with that worst case scenario. And just doing that can free your mind from that worry because now you have a plan in place. The next thing I do that really helps me feel calm and relaxed, it's an app that I found on Shark Tank of all places. It's called Simple Habit. You open up the app and there's a little wheel here and you can say what you're doing and it will take you through a guided 5-minute meditation. And I have found that this helps just ground me, center me, and put me in a better mental place just after 5 minutes. The next element is confidence. If you want to have it all, live your best life, you need to have the confidence and the self-worth to know that you deserve it and that you can have it and you will have it. And I really do struggle with self-doubt, and what I have found works the absolute best is a little something called fake it till you make it. Pretend like you feel great. Pretend like you're confident. And over time, you'll be amazed that it becomes true. There is so much more I can say just about the mindset aspect of living your best life, but we're gonna move on to the next aspect, and that is having a plan. If you don't have goals, if you don't know what you want for your life, how do you know if you're on the right track or not? So one way I like to do this is through vision boarding. And I've recently changed the way I do vision boarding. I used to do more of a cut and paste from magazines and then put it on a physical poster board. And that's great. I love doing it this way, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. So now I do this digitally and I use Pinterest. I have a Pinterest board called Vision Board. And when I come across pictures and things that I want to aspire to, I pin them on to my vision board. And then you can take those images and make a digital collage, print it out. You can save it as a screensaver on your computer. You want to put it in a place where you can look at it every day so you can constantly remind yourself, even if it's on a subconscious level, of the things that you're striving for and the goals in your life. And then on a practical, everyday basis for planning, I've also switched over to digital planning, and I do that using the Google Keep app. And I have mentioned this before, but I've never specifically shown you in detail how I use this app, so I'm going to show you now. So using the app, I follow a bullet journaling method. This basically means you have different lists of all the different categories of things in your life, but this is just a sample one. This is how I have mine set up. The top two that I have right at the top, my to-do list and my to-buy list. So my to-do list is just my general everyday tasks that I need to get done. And then the to-buy list is my grocery list or anything else that I need to pick up. And then I have a bunch of lists underneath here. Places I want to go, YouTube video ideas, my Christmas gift list. There's just so many different sub lists that I have all here. And the thing is, I always have my phone with me. So I just find that this is the easiest way to collect all of my thoughts. Whenever I think of something I need to do or remember, I just open up the app and I put it in this list. A couple other features on this app that I really like. You can see on the bottom here kind of the quick tasks. So you press this if you want to create a new list, if you want to do a voice memo, or what I use a lot is this photo feature. So let's just say you're at your friend's house, she's recommending a book to you, and you want to remember to buy the book. You just press the picture, take photo, and then you can take a picture of the book and it will pin it onto whatever list that you have. Now with all of that said, all of my to-do lists and things are in the Google Keep app, but when I am brainstorming and I want more creativity, I do that on paper. So when I'm thinking of a video idea, I'll usually doodle or write down my ideas on paper because I find that I'm more creative. The next aspect is to simplify in all ways that you can. But the first, most obvious low-hanging fruit is to declutter your living space. And I have done so many videos on decluttering with a lot of specific tips and instructions and motivation. So I will leave all of those videos linked down below in a playlist. Watch those videos, get inspired. I do mention this a lot here on my channel because I do feel so strongly about it and the impact that it's had on my life. I just find that when I let go of the things that I'm not using, that are cluttering up my space, you feel better, you feel free. And tied closely with that is keeping a clean living space. It's much easier to keep things clean when you have less stuff because there's less stuff that's gonna get messy in the first place. If you think you're too busy to clean, I recently did a video of ways you can keep your house clean if you're extremely busy. So I will leave that link down below. What I have found has helped me so much in being a cleaner, more organized person is changing the way I think about it. I used to just hate cleaning, hate organizing, I would dread it. But I started telling myself in my mind, I started pretending like I enjoyed it. I would play my favorite music or audiobooks, something that would make it an enjoyable activity versus something that I hated to do. And here I am 5 years later with a cleaning channel on YouTube. So I already know just by the amount of time I've been filming already, this video is going to be a little bit longer than I typically like. So if you do want me to do a part 2, and that would involve career, relationships, and health, the other aspects I think that are very important of getting your life together, then give this a thumbs up. And if you watched to this point in the video, I wanted to do a special giveaway. I'm going to pick 2 people down in the comments and I'm going to send you a Brittany's Pamper package. I'm going to send you some of my favorite pampering products and also a couple books that I've read that have really been life-changing for me. Thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.